A customer's son wreaked havoc at my workplace, and I got blamed for it. I've always believed in staying calm and professional, especially in retail. Working at a boutique gift shop known for its intricate handmade pieces and delicate displays, I took pride in the peaceful ambiance I helped maintain. That is, until one Saturday morning when a little hurricane, disguised as a child, flipped my life and my store upside down. It started off like any other day. Sunlight streamed through the front windows, warming the display of crystal figurines I'd just spent an hour arranging. The scent of lavender from our new diffuser line wafted softly through the air. Everything was peaceful until they walked in. A woman strutted through the door, balancing a massive designer handbag on one shoulder and scrolling through her phone with the other. Trailing behind her was a boy who looked around 7 or 8, his face already twisted into a pout of entitlement. He shoved the door open so hard it slammed into the bell behind it. "Mom, I want one of those," he whined, pointing at a glass phoenix centerpiece on the main display table. "Uh-huh," she mumbled, not even looking up from her phone. "Excuse me, ma'am," I said gently. "Those pieces are quite fragile. If you'd like to see something up close, I'd be happy to help." She didn't even acknowledge me. The boy, meanwhile, began darting around the shop, brushing his sticky fingers on everything. I gritted my teeth, trying to breathe through the mounting anxiety as he yanked a snow globe off a shelf and nearly dropped it. "Ma'am," I started again. "Can you not hover?" she snapped, finally looking up. "He's just curious. Don't make a big deal." I swallowed the urge to scream. Of course. Minutes later, curiosity turned into chaos. The kid, whose name I later learned was Braden, because of course it was, began climbing onto one of the display counters. Before I could intervene, his elbow knocked into the glass phoenix centerpiece. I watched in horror as the sculpture tipped, wobbled, then crashed to the floor in a slow-motion disaster of shattering crystal. The sound was deafening. I could barely breathe. Braden screamed. "You made me drop it," he shrieked, pointing at me. His mother gasped, eyes wide with fury. "What the hell did you do?" I didn't touch him," I stammered. "He was climbing the counter." I asked. "You traumatized my son," she bellowed. "How dare you accuse a child? You should have been watching where you were going." She stormed out with Braden in tow, but not before pulling out her phone and snapping photos of the broken pieces and my stunned expression. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. By the following Monday, I'd been summoned into the manager's office. Lisa, my boss, held up her iPad, where a scathing 1-star review filled the screen. My son was emotionally harassed and physically endangered by a rude employee named Kayla. She yelled at him for no reason and caused a $600 glass sculpture to fall, and break. Management refused to take responsibility. We'll never shop here again. To make matters worse, the woman had uploaded the photo of the broken phoenix and tagged us on every local Facebook mom group, calling me unstable and dangerous around children. Lisa looked exasperated. "Kayla, we've received 4 calls this morning already. I know this isn't like you, but this family is well connected." "So you believe them?" I asked quietly. She paused. "The issue is, the sculpture is gone, and she's demanding we comp it." "You're going to make me pay for it?" I asked, my voice rising. Lisa sighed. "I've put you on unpaid leave for now. We'll revisit next week." I walked out of the store in a daze, humiliated. I'd been nothing but professional for 4 years. Never even had a warning. And now one spoiled brat and a neglectful mom could undo all of it? That night, I poured a glass of wine and stewed. Then I opened my laptop and started digging. The woman's name was Jillian, according to her public Facebook post. Her profile was full of curated brunch photos, staged yoga poses, and inspirational quotes, ironically paired with posts about how hard it is to be a single mom with a nanny. She was also the owner of a popular lifestyle brand called Cartwright Living, which sold overpriced, eco-luxury home items. I dove into her business website, and that's where I saw an opportunity for revenge. See, Jillian prided herself on handmade, small-batch goods. Her candles, soaps, and bath salts were all artisanal and 100% natural. But I noticed something odd. Her labels didn't have batch numbers, ingredient listings, or safety instructions. That could be a problem. I contacted a friend named Amber, who worked at the local health inspection office. I casually asked her what the regulations were for homemade beauty products being sold online. Her response? If she's selling to the public without registration, batch testing, or safety labeling, that's a big no-no, especially if she claims medical benefits like relieves anxiety or detoxifying. I grinned. The wheels were turning. Over the next 2 days, I built a dossier on Jillian Cartwright's side hustle. Screenshots of questionable claims like eliminates toxins and clears sinus infections. Photos from her Instagram showing her mixing bath salts in her kitchen sink while her dog sat on the counter. Then I ordered one of her calming herbal soak jars from her website under a fake name. When it arrived, it came in a glass jar with no seal, no ingredients, and no instructions. It reeked of eucalyptus and mint, far too strong for anyone with skin sensitivities. Perfect. I anonymously mailed the jar, along with my dossier and a tip-off letter, to the Consumer Product Safety Commission and our local health department. I also sent anonymous messages to her Instagram followers and local wellness bloggers she'd collaborated with, highlighting the unregulated nature of her products, with pictures. Then, the pièce de résistance. I uploaded a calm, factual review of her product under a pseudonym, saying the scent triggered a bad allergic reaction in my niece and asking why there was no ingredient label. I posted it across Yelp, Google, and her Facebook page. The fallout came swift and loud. First, several of her online shop listings were flagged and removed for policy violations. Then, the health department paid her a visit and slapped her with a cease and desist for manufacturing unregulated wellness products in an unapproved space. A week later, an article popped up in our town's lifestyle magazine titled "Wellness or Risk? Local Mom Influencer Under Fire for Unsafe Home Products." Photos from her own Instagram were used in the article. Her dog licking the counter, jars stacked in open-air conditions, even a post of Braden stirring soap mix with what looked like a spaghetti spoon. Her brand's reputation tanked overnight. Several affiliate partners dropped her. 2 local wellness boutiques pulled her products from their shelves. Refund demands flooded her page. She tried to recover, blaming online bullies and jealous competitors. But nobody was buying it. Soon, her social media comments were filled with angry customers and sarcastic hashtags. I walked back into work a month later. Lisa blinked, surprised to see me. "You're back?" she asked. "I heard Jillian's boutique shut down," I said, feigning innocence. She nodded. "We reinstated your pay and cleared your record, by the way. Corporate realized we mishandled it, and we received an anonymous tip with CCTV footage from that day. The camera by the candle wall caught the whole thing. Braden was clearly climbing the counter." She looked embarrassed. "I'm sorry, Kayla. We were wrong." I gave a small smile. "It's okay. People make mistakes." But I wasn't done. A few weeks later, I launched a handmade gift store of my own on Etsy. I'd taken a weekend class on polymer clay art and created unique miniature figurines, including a tiny phoenix sculpture modeled after the one Braden broke. I tagged it, "Like a phoenix, some things rise stronger from the ashes." Sales picked up quickly, especially after a certain group of moms, tired of Jillian's reign of toxic positivity, started sharing my shop. One of them messaged me privately. "I never liked how she treated people. Glad someone finally called her out. Your shop is wonderful, by the way." Months later, I saw Jillian at a local farmer's market, working a booth selling custom journals with inspirational quotes pasted on the covers. Her table was tucked away in a quiet corner, and her designer sunglasses couldn't hide the tired lines on her face. Braden sat beside her, now oddly subdued, playing with an iPad. As I passed, she glanced up, and our eyes met. She looked away first. I didn't stop. I didn't smile. I didn't need to. She knew. I'd rebuilt my reputation, my career, and my dignity. And as for her, well, she learned a hard lesson. You break it, you pay. Like and subscribe. Share if this happened to you or someone you know.